I'm not going to do a lot of talking. This is my 4th year doing these practices in room 18. It's kind of taken a life of its own. Dr. Lori on Thursday night's pre-discussion said, think of patterns and how you want to change those patterns. And my pattern is we talk too much and we need to listen more. These kids have awesome things to share with you in regards to how it's impacted their 5th grade year and why it's important for not just them, but for each of you and students everywhere to know these strategies. So we have Chris, Jacob, Sydney, Thea, Nathan, Kalia, Mike, and Maya. And each one, please listen to what they have to say. It's just, I hope you take away all the great things that I have from these awesome scholars this year.
Focused attention practices have helped my behavior and my actions, and they have changed from other years. It has also helped me with relationships by teaching me how to take deep breaths, brain intervals, and focused attentions. My feelings for people at school and the school itself have changed from hating it to loving the fact that I am able to learn inside a classroom. My academic success has increased. In previous years, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, I would be sneaky and a bit disrespectful to adults. But now I know that I should do focused attention and deep breaths and brain intervals also. There's also something called Peace Out. It's a video where you listen and close your eyes and think about what's being said in the video. I think all students should know about educational neuroscience because of how it's impacted me.
Educational neuroscience kept me calm and focused in 5th grade. All people should know about educational neuroscience because it can help release dopamine and help their neuroanatomy. I still have so much to learn, and so do you.
Educational neuroscience. Neuroscience can really benefit your life, especially in difficult situations, such as stressed emotions. When you're in your limbic system, the negative part of the human brain, you start to feel a little anxious, and you really can't think straight. When you are in your prefrontal cortex, the positive part of your human brain, you feel really calm and settled, and you release a positive chemical called dopamine. And of course, when you're in your limbic system, you release this negative chemical called cortisol. All people, including students, should be learning about educational neuroscience because the brain is such a beautiful thing, and it's like the core to your whole body. People might consider neuroscience as fluff, but when you start learning about the study, it can get really interesting. Some things that you learn you never learned before, and that's the amazing part because you can always learn something new. Some things you will learn about the brain you won't believe, but it's true. It's not crazy, it's just life. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me, and I hope you take this information into consideration.
Educational neuroscience impacted my 5th grade year a lot. I have had a change about coming to school. Before, I was never very happy or excited to have to go to school, but now I can't wait to go to school. This year, me and my classmates have been able to channel our anger by these calming strategies: getting on the bikes, taking 90 seconds to ourselves, and taking a brain break. This helps because now I can control our anger towards negative emotions. I have also had a positive impact on my academic success. I have always wanted to be able to get straight A's, but now being in a neuroscience classroom, I have been able to succeed in my goal of reaching straight A's. I have learned that the brain has 2 sides that look the same but think so differently. I have loved being able to do focused attention practices on the morning announcements for the entire school. All people should know about educational neuroscience because educational neuroscience helps with coping. People need to know how to deal with their stress or frustration. People also need to know about their brain so they can take care of it so their brain and other people's brains operate the best they can. Thank you.
When I first came to fifth grade, I thought that I was way too cool for school and rules didn't apply to me. But that kind of all changed when I went to fifth grade. When I came, I knew I had to make an impression on Miss Nyberger. And in the first 54 minutes, she told us about a focused attention. But I was curious, so I did it. And when I did it, I kind of woke up and felt like I was in heaven. So I asked her what happened. She said, "You primed your prefrontal cortex." And I said, "My prefrontal what now?" And she said, "Your prefrontal cortex." And it's helped me throughout this year because without that, I probably would have gotten one of many suspensions. Well, my first suspension and many more to come. But without these, I wouldn't be where I am today and as far as I've come inside of this fifth grade year. I think all people should know about educational neuroscience because it could help people develop in more ways than any people could know. It can help them cope with angers, emotions, and stress. Thank you for taking the time out to listen to me.
Hi, I'm Kalia. Educational neuroscience has impacted my fifth grade year by some examples of these changes are sometimes when I get mad, I had no way to calm myself and to help myself make good decisions on my behavior. When I started educational neuroscience, it helped me make my choices on who should be my friend and who shouldn't. Thanks to educational neuroscience, my brain can think much better. I feel like my brain yells 50% of thinking, but now I'm at 100%. I love focused attention breaks because sometimes you need to become less hyper. There are these things called peace out. You should try it. Try it for yourself and for your kids. All people should know about educational neuroscience because for those people who are stressed, upset, or mad, it can help make things easier. Someday we'll look back and say, wow, educational neuroscience has changed our lives and made it better. I am so thankful for that. Thank you for your time and your patience.
Neuroscience impacted my year at school. How? Because Ms. Nyberger helped us with focus and tension breaks, like teaching us new strategies. It also helped relationships with my friends, and the reason why is whenever I'm frustrated with something, they calm me down. It helped my academic success with my grades, my schoolwork, and my writing. Whenever I get frustrated, I release chemicals in my brain, and when I take a focused attention break, it calms down my brain, and I'm in my prefrontal cortex. It also helps my behavior when I get frustrated, and focused attention breaks helps my behavior so I don't get frustrated. The last thing is my feelings towards school. Whenever I'm frustrated towards school, I take deep breaths and calm down. Why should people know about educational neuroscience? So people would know more and ask other people about their brains. The other reason is that adults would know what to do and how to calm down whenever something bad happens, like an argument. They should also know when you're laughing, you release dopamine, and that's a good thing. Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Maya. Educational neuroscience has impacted my fifth grade year in a positive way because in second, third, and fourth grade, I was easily angered and I didn't like school very much. But now in fifth grade, it's hard for me to become angry and I like school a lot more than I did. I think all students should learn about neuroscience because neuroscience helps students behave, learn, and become more social in a way that is effective. I also think that all students, more importantly teenagers, should learn about neuroscience because when you're a teenager, you lose half of the neural pathways you don't use. Thank you for listening.
Something I say to my students multiple times a day is I love them, and you can just see why. I also love Dr. Lori, and I appreciate Dr. Willis sharing all of these resources. Because you share, we're able to do this in our classrooms. Dr. Russ Barkley also. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I love you guys. Just my heart is swollen. Thank you so much. Thanks.